Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, what a day it was at the first round of the CME Group Tour Championship, and it is past champion who got off to a blazing start. Lydia Ko fired a first-round 65, highlighted by 4 straight birdies to finish the day. Good enough for a one-shot lead, and she caught up with our Amy Rogers after the round.
Lydia bouncing back from an opening bogey with a 65 today. How would you describe the round overall?
Yeah, not the most ideal start bogeying the first, but especially that being a par 5. But I actually didn't hit that bad of a drive, just got stuck behind a tree, and the only option was to chip out, so kind of felt like I was off the tee. But, I've hit it in worse spots, to be honest, on that hole, so I wasn't like that fussed about it, and I knew there were plenty of holes that I could birdie, and the first 4 holes into the wind going into today, and seeing the wind direction, I knew it was going to be tricky, so I didn't want that to faze me, and I wanted to just kind of be patient, and pars were fine, and if I was out of position to try and just manage my way around, and then when I make that turn and the wind's helping me a little bit, I knew there would be some birdie opportunities. So yeah, I think I tried to stay patient out there, enjoyed it, and obviously great playing with Gino again. She's had an incredible year, so I knew that I was hoping that we would both play well and kind of finish our season strong, and it's just fun when you get to play alongside a player that I find super impressive. So I'm out there trying to focus on my game, but also watching some golf as well.
Yeah, you two are in a little bit of a duel here for some of the biggest honors of the year. Also, of course, that $2 million on the line. How are you managing all of this to go out there and shoot 65 when there's so much on the line this week?
That didn't really cross my mind. There's like a bunch of players that have had such a great year that it's not just about how I've played and how I do. I think for me it'd be just cool to finish my season strong, and no matter what happens, if I'm holding a trophy, holding all the trophies, holding no trophy, that's kind of secondary. I just want to have a good week here and just kind of finish what was a really consistent and year that I would say I'm very proud of.
What do you think you'll need to do these next 3 days to finish and have that good week that you're wanting to have?
Just stay patient. I saw the weather forecast, and it's meant to be breezy these next few days, just like today. So, I know that even if I don't get off to a good start, just don't get too caught up on that, and just be aggressive and free and just enjoy it. And no matter what I shoot this week, I may be disappointed if I don't post a good round, but it's been a great year and a year that I couldn't have really asked for more. So I just gotta focus on that one shot in front of me and enjoy it.
A great year indeed, and off to another great week here. Thanks for the time, Lydia.
Thank you, Amy.
So here is a look at the leaderboard at Tiburon. A lot of big names in the mix after the first round, including Danielle Kang, who shot a 66 on Thursday, and Nelly, who sits just 3 shots back of the lead. And both players spoke with the media after their rounds.
Been working on a lot of different mechanics with Butch, and I know he's simplified a lot of things. I have a bunch of notes written on my glove because I can't remember the basics of it, but when I do it correctly, I miss it in the right places. I'm having more opportunities. I know it's just Thursday, but I'm really happy that I put a really good round together today. So taking it day by day.
Those mechanical changes, you would think those would have come a little bit sooner. What was the motivation to kind of make those changes now?
A little less stress on my back, been able to, be able to play a bit more effortless golf, I guess. I don't weigh that much, but I tried to put on some weight as well just to have some more power. But Butch believes that I have enough power. I'm just not using them as efficiently. So we're trying to manipulate that a bit more. These changes have been coming for months. It's something that I'm still working on. And I'm putting together some good rounds these last couple months. But these are kind of bonuses for me, and I know it's still progress. So I'm happy with the results.
Yeah, it was windy early on. It was kind of sporadically windy, but then I guess once I got over a couple of my shots, the winds died, so that those were my 2 really big mistakes. Obviously, I 3-putted one because it's kind of grainy this year, and I didn't hit it too solid off the fairway. But other than that, I gave myself some good looks at birdie, some that I didn't convert as well. So I think those are positives going into the next 3 days.
How do you kind of temper your expectations when those kinds of things happen, when the wind dies and you're over a shot and you clubbed up because the wind's going to blow?
Yeah, obviously you're a little upset. You just try to make the most of your situation. I actually saved like close to a 20-footer for a bogey on number 2. So I was like, yeah. So in a sense, like, that was a positive. I did strike it well. It's just, it happens out here. I mean, you have the trees around where you're feeling the gust on the fairway, and then when you hit it, it's kind of protected around the green, and it doesn't really hit it, or you hit it too low because you're trying to kind of force it under the wind. So that's just kind of the thing about being aggressive in this wind, is that sometimes you kind of get screwed.
And meanwhile, over on the DP World Tour, 2 players are on top after 18 holes at the DP World Tour Championship. That is Matt Fitzpatrick and Tyrrell Hatton, who shot matching 65s. And meanwhile, world number 1, Rory McIlroy, had an up-and-down day, resulting in a 1 under 71 as he spoke to the media after his round.
Yeah, certainly not what I was hoping for. 3 under 3 at holes, thinking, solid start with some chances coming up, and just started to drive the ball a little crooked on the back 9. So yeah, I made that bogey on 12, and then didn't birdie 14 or 15, and then an unforced error with a 3-putt on 16. So it was nice to birdie the last, just to shoot under par. But yeah, I don't know. I've had 3 weeks off since the CJ Cup, so just sort of trying to knock the rust off a little bit. But there was enough good stuff in there. I made 5 birdies and hit some decent shots. But yeah, I just need to be a little tidier tomorrow.
And over on the PGA Tour, it is former Texas standout Cole Hammer who has the lead at the RSM Classic. The 23-year-old had 9 birdies on his round, as well as just the 1 bogey, and he caught up with the media.
I mean, I was almost blacked out there for a little bit. It went by in a heartbeat, but at the same time, it was a long day. It was cold, and like I said a little bit ago, I had very low expectations, and I'm glad I did, because it was a tough day out there. There's no question. I figured if a par was a good score today, and I found myself making putts for birdie early on, and then just kind of kept going from there. But what a day. This summer was tough on the PGA Tour. I had some good finishes on the Corn Ferry, but I was, batting 0 on the PGA Tour, and I needed to get that monkey off my back, and to do that in my hometown event in Houston was huge for me. I was telling my parents that, but the first tee in Houston was like the most nervous I've ever been, just with hometown crowd, and it's kind of crazy since I've played in Walker Cups and stuff. But it was, anyways, I basically told myself that I'll never be that nervous again. I just got comfortable after that and saw myself shoot a good round on tour, and just now I believe that I can do it.
Well, that is it from your Golf Central update. Plenty of golf coming your way tomorrow on a Friday. We look forward to you joining us here on Golf Channel. Have a great night. We will see you there.